Good morning, students. Students, now we are going to find out the packing efficiency of metal crystal in body-centered cubic lattice. Last time we have found out the packing efficiency in simple cubic lattice. The structure was simple cubic. Now we have to see the body-centered. Okay. That means at the center of the body there will be one particle. Okay. Now in this body-centered lattice structure, what is the packing efficiency? Packing efficiency we have learned. We have seen the definition of packing efficiency. Okay, packing efficiency means in the unit cell how much part will be filled up and how much part will be vacant. That is the packing efficiency. And we have seen the formula of packing efficiency. Formula of packing efficiency we have seen last time. Volume of particle divided by total volume multiplied by 100. That is the packing efficiency. Okay. And in the last video of unit cell we have seen what are the steps to find out the packing efficiency. So students, to find out the packing efficiency, there are different steps. First step is to find out the radius of sphere. Okay, it means to find out the radius of this sphere. This sphere means this particle, the particles which we are considering. This is the first step. In second step, we have to find out the volume of sphere. It means volume of this sphere. What is the volume of this sphere? In the third step, we have to find out the total volume of particles. Okay, after finding out the volume of this sphere, we have to find out the volume of all the spheres. It means how many spheres are there in that lattice structure, and the whatever the answer we are getting over here, we should multiply that with the number of particles. That will be the volume of particles. Okay. After getting the volume of particles, we have to find out the volume of unit cell. Total volume of unit cell. Okay. And after finding out the total volume of unit cell, it means this value is total volume of unit cell and volume of particle is this. We have to, this will be in numerator and this will, the answer of this will be in denominator. In this way, we will put the values of this point number 3 and point number 4 in this formula and calculate the packing efficiency of body-centered unit cell. Okay, so we will proceed forward, students. So students, we will find out the radius of sphere. Okay, in order to find out the radius of this sphere, first we will consider this triangle. This triangle EFD. This lower triangle I am seeing. For your convenience, I am shading this triangle EFD. This triangle. Okay, I have drawn that triangle over here for your convenience. Triangle EFD. In this triangle, this angle E is 90 degree. We know that in a cube, any two sides of the cube always make the angle of 90 degree. So here this angle is 90 degree. Okay, so we will apply over here the theorem of Pythagoras theorem, which we have studied in the lower classes. Okay, so in this triangle, if you apply the Pythagoras theorem here in triangle, what is the name of the triangle? EFD. Okay, in triangle EFD by Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem. By applying Pythagoras theorem, what we will get? FD square. FD square. That is hypotenuse square is equal to EF square plus ED square. Now we are going to replace the values of EF and ED. EF, if we see over here, EF, this is one side of the cube. Okay, and earlier we have given the symbol for the side, for the length of the side. This EF we have considered as A. So here in place of EF we will replace with A, because these sides we have considered as A. Okay, any A only. That's why this EF, it is one side of the cube, so it is considered as A. So A square plus ED. If you see this ED, this is also one side of the cube, so this is also A. In this way, A square plus A square will become twice A square. So value of FD square is equal to twice A square. Okay, we have considered this triangle. Now, in this figure, our main aim is to find out the radius of sphere. Yet we have not found out the radius of sphere. Okay, first step we have done, that is we have considered one triangle, and in that triangle we have applied the Pythagoras theorem. Now we are going to consider another triangle. Another triangle in this diagram is triangle AFB. This triangle. Okay, you can see this triangle AFD. This triangle, for your convenience, I am drawing over here AFD. In this triangle, angle D is 90 degrees. Okay, so now I will write in triangle AFD. In triangle AFD, again what we will do? We will apply Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem. Okay, by applying Pythagoras theorem, what we will get? AF square is equal to FD square plus AD square. So, here we see AF square is equal to AD square plus FD square. Now we will put the values of AD and FD. Here AD. If we will see AD, this AD is one side of the cube, and we have seen side of cube is A. So here value of AD will be, AD value is A. So it will become A square plus FD. We have seen here the value of FD square. FD square's value is twice A square. So FD square is equal to twice A square. In this way, AF square is equal to A square plus 2A square. It will become 3A square. 3A square. This is the value of AF square. Okay. Now AF is this one. AF is this one. Okay. Now if we see in this from A up to F, we can see this one sphere is there. In this one sphere from C up to here, this is one R, one radius. And then from C up to the circumference, this is another radius. It means in one circle, one sphere, there are two radius are there. If you consider this sphere, it is one radius is involved of this sphere and one radius of this sphere. In this way, how many radius are there from A up to F? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 radius are there. From A to F, there are 4 radius are there. First, what we will do? We will simplify this. How we will simplify? Inverse AF square. If we see AF, we will find out the root of this. AF is equal to root 3A. This root 3 and A square will become A. From here square we have removed. Okay. This value of AF is equal to root 3A. Now in AF we have seen how many radius are there? 4 radius are there. So AF is equal to 4 radius. AF is equal to 4R. 4 radius are there in AF. Length of AF is equal to the length of 4 radius. Therefore, we will replace the value of replace AF with 4R in this equation. Okay. Now, if we replace AF by 4R, we will get 4R is equal to root 3A. Okay. Our main aim to find out the radius of sphere. It means we have to find out the value of this R. So we will simplify this equation. By simplifying this equation, we will get the answer R is equal to root 3 upon 4A. This is the value of R. Our main aim was to find out the value of R, and we have find out the value of R. Value of R is root 3 upon 4A. So students, in this way, we have find out the value of R, that is radius of sphere. This sphere's radius is value of the radius upon 4a. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we have to find out the volume of sphere. Now we have to find out the volume of sphere. Okay. We have studied the formula of volume of sphere in the lower classes, and that formula is V is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. This is the formula for the volume of sphere. Okay. Now in this sphere we know the value of r. Value of r we have find out over here. So we put this value of r in this equation, in this formula of volume. So it will become V is equal to 4 by 3 pi as it is. Value of r is root 3 upon 4a whole cube. Okay. Now what we will do? Expand this cube. Okay. Now we are going to expand this cube. So it will become 4 by 3 pi as it is root 3 cube. Root 3 square will become 3. 1 minute. Okay. Pi as it is, 3 as it is. Root 3 cube will become, root 3 square will become 3. 3 and 1 root 3 will be remaining. And then a cube divided by 4 cube. Multiply by 4, multiply by 4, multiply by 4. This 1 4 will get cancelled with this 1 4 of numerator. This 3 will get cancelled with this 3. Now what are remaining over here? We will see. V volume is equal to root 3 pi a cube. Root 3 pi a cube divided by 4 4 are 16. So in this way we have find out this value of volume of sphere. What is the volume of sphere? So volume of sphere is root 3 pi a cube divided by 16. This is the volume of one sphere. Now what we have to do? Total volume of particles. Okay. We have to find out the total volume of particle. This was the volume of only one sphere or one particle. But we have to find out the total volume of particles in body-centered unit cell. Last time we have seen, we have calculated that also. In body-centered unit cell, how many particles are there, students? 2 particles are there. If we talk about simple cubic, in simple cubic, 1 particle is there. In body-centered cubic, 2 particles are there. In face-centered cubic, 4 particles are there. Here we are talking about body-centered. So, how many particles are there? 2 particles. Okay, we know the volume of 1 particle. Volume of 1 particle is this one. Now, total volume of particle, it means total volume of 2 particles. It means we have to multiply this by 2. Okay, if you multiply this by 2, we will get the answer of this. So, here I will write volume of 2 particles is equal to V is equal to 2 multiplied by root 3, 2 multiplied by root 3 pi a cube divided by 16. 2 will get cancelled with 16 as 2 1 2 and 2 8 is 16. So our answer is V is equal to root 3 pi a cube divided by 8. So this is the value of total volume of particle is this. Now total volume of unit cell. In unit cell's volume is V is equal to volume of unit cell. This shape of unit cell is cubic. Shape is cubic. So volume of cube is side cube. And value of side we will find out over here. Value of side is A. So we will replace side by A. So it will become A cube. So here total volume of unit cell is A cube. So we will put this value and this value in this formula. So it will become is equal to volume of particle. Volume of particle we have find out over here. This is the volume of particle. So here we will replace root 3 pi a cube divided by 8. This is volume of particle divided by volume of unit cell. Volume of unit cell is a cube. Multiply by 100. We will solve this now. After solving this, what we will get is equal to root 3 pi a cube divided by 8 multiplied by 8 cube multiply by 1 upon a cube, it will become 1 upon a cube multiply by 100. Now this a cube and this a cube will get cancelled. What are remaining? Root 3 pi 100 divided by 8. If you solve this equation by putting the value of pi as 3.14, you will get the answer 68%. So in this way, packing efficiency of body centered cubic lattice is 68%. Okay students, thank you.